details updates. Just like Mr. Moridia told us, somebody that have 3 years tax now, and he didn't pay 3 years ago, he's paying all of them now. They will now use what we call applied amount to break down that payment into 3 years. That's why we see tax paid is showing 2013, but applied amount is showing 2012, 2011, and 2010. It's telling us that this money paid now is actually for these 3 years. This is where they can also apply during payment capturing. So we can say it's for 2012. Whatever you put here is applicable. The next is a pay to collector. This is the preview of our transaction. If I'm sure that everything is all right, I'm taking my time to take you through this thing so that when next the bank tells us they want reversal, they have seen all of these things. And what are their reasons? I have paid into the wrong profile. Okay? This is the second time we are confirming who is making the payment. Payment by, and again they will tell us wrong revenue item. All these things have been displayed to them. This is exactly what they do at the bank. And if you are okay with this, if you carefully, if you are sure it's okay, you say yes, post. Otherwise, you say no to make correction before you proceed. Let's assume everything is okay. We click yes. Look at this system. Look at what the system will do. Just watch here. This is the point where it writes to the Lagos State Government database. At the same time, write to the banking database. The moment that receipt comes up, it means that Lagos State Government account has been credited. Nothing will go out of that account again. That payment cannot go out of that account again unless the AG sanctions such. Okay? Look how the system is updating it. Now, yeah, it's done. And this is how long it takes to generate receipts. So when they tell us that it's taking them days to generate receipts, what exactly is going on? They need to tell us. Now, what do I need to access this system? Just look at this place. I have a laptop system, and I have a Visa phone internet modem, just internet modem, and there's a card reader. So this is exactly what the bank needs to access the system. Okay? Next time when they say network is down, what exactly are they saying? Are they saying their own internet access is down? If you have noticed, because you are all involved in this business, if you have noticed, those banks that have very strong internet access, they are not giving us headache. Don't you have some banks that you are sure when you send customers to, there are no issues? So next time when they tell us no network, let them explain to us what they are talking about. If they are not serious about it, let us know. Okay? I don't want you to take anything they throw at you anymore. I know, because sometimes I have experienced it. They tell an LRS personnel sends a payer to the bank, and they tell the person to come back in 2 days' time. And you accepted that. No, I don't want you to. You are in a position to keep them at their toe. We shouldn't be taking this from them. That's exactly what we do when we go out there to monitor their activities. And some of the things, some of the challenges we have addressed with this system are these things I mentioned. If before now the payer comes to you and you have issued receipt to him, and you as an LRS personnel goes to the bank, they are careful what they tell you. If it's an LRS person, they don't just tell you anything. They attend to you carefully. Okay? So this is exactly what the bank does. At this point, you just click on print and print this on the receipt background and give to the taxpayer. That is all is required of the bank when a payer comes to them. And at the same time, that is what an agent does if you have been given rights to operate the system. If you have noticed, I pointed out to you our balance. Now our balance is 100 naira short. So if we continue like that, the continues going down until we go down to zero. Of course, we don't have to wait until we are down to zero. We can go back to the bank at any time convenient for us and make remittance of the total collection. That is it about the prepayment collection arrangement. I hope it's clear enough. If you have a question, I can quickly take it because the next session is the last one, so we can all leave here. Okay? A question. Let's take it quickly.
At what point, okay, at a certain point, after you submitted the payment, it shows what this side. It said the message is sent to your database.
Yes.
Are you saying it will be already or what?
Okay, let me make this clarification. Anytime they say alpha beta is down, they are saying you are down. I hope you know. It's your system, is it mine? And when I say it rise to Lagos State database system, I'm talking about what alpha beta is doing for you. It is your system, it's your database. Okay? When they say it's down next time, they are saying you are down. No, who should query me that the system is down? Who should query me? You. So why should you take that it's down when you have not confirmed that indeed it's not down? Let me tell you how to confirm if it is true. Anytime somebody tells you the system is down, I can see that you have a BlackBerry phone. If it has internet access, open that website. Now, once that website is up, you are up. Okay? Once that website is displayed, you are up. Don't take it is down from that moment. Okay, that's what I mean by it rise to the Lagos State Government database. It's the database we are managing for you. Okay? He's asking a question. I know he's directly involved. He's running the system. He's telling us that not all the banks accommodate their own kind of payment. You know, it's a special kind of arrangement. And I have told you that this same system rises to the state government and the banking system by the help of the integration process that we have put in place. Now, some of the banks had issue with the integration system. Before this prepayment, they had done the integration arrangement. So when the prepayment arrangement came, we needed all of them to make a little modification. Some, very few, have not done such. Those are banks that have issues with collecting payments from you. I know they are very, very little. I think about 2 or 3 of them, only out of 23 of them, only 2 or 3 of them have not properly configured to capture this kind of payment. And we are still working with them, we are still talking to them to make that modification. Otherwise, every other one does the collection and the same is applicable. Okay? Nothing you pay. Okay, it's actually wrong for them to turn us down at any of their branches. So now that you have mentioned it, usually when we get such reports, we write to the bank to immediately make that correction. It is wrong for any of their branch not to be running EBS. We don't accept that. After this, I'm going to take details of that branch, so I will take it up with them. We will do that. Yes.
After the company, then the PIDC assisted. Not to believe in Nigeria.
When there is application for margin of multiple PIDs, hello, I want to answer this question once, and I want to believe that it will be okay for all of us. Now, when you apply for PID merger, it means that the problem you want to solve is that you have your PID duplicated. You have your name represented in different form. You have Leke Olariwaju as your name 1. You have Leke Olariwaju A as your name 2. You have A Olariwaju Leke as name 3. Now, you want the system to properly identify you. This is your proper name, as you have it in other documents. And you are saying, retain this one for me. Every other payment I have made with the other PID should be moved to this one I want to be maintaining. The moment you make that application, that will be done. And that payer, the previous PID, your name will go off it. It will be released for another use, or temporarily they will just leave it there and monitor the PID period of time before they lock it out of the system. If you come back to the system to see that that PID is still bearing that person's old name, they have submitted it in the monitoring unit. They are watching, they are looking at this PID, checking what next will happen to it for a period of time before it will be knocked out of the system completely. That is what happens. We don't just...
And then the banker are still using it.
It becomes your own problem. If at first you went to the bank, a problem occurred. You went to the bank a second time, a problem occurred. You have now identified the problem. You don't want it to occur again. You have asked for correction. After correction, you are not making the same problem. You are not making the same mistake. It becomes your problem. You are expected to write a second time for another matter. If another payment enters into that, because you can't turn money back because there's a PID existing and somebody wants to pay into it. It's actually your name, but it's not properly. It doesn't properly represent you. Or it doesn't represent you properly. You want it to properly represent you. That's why you're asking for those corrections. Now they have done the correction. This PID will be monitored for a period of time. And during that monitoring, I believe that was when you check that PID to see that that old name is still there before they knock it out of the system completely. Okay? You don't just delete it immediately. You don't just knock it out immediately. No further questions? I think we should take that as the last so that we can proceed with the next session.
Sorry, I want to verify something. Like, the informal sector that you have to pay through association 2006 to pay to 5 and development of 100 naira. Bankers complain that they don't have resources to manage this. And at the end of the day, we get to send this taxpayer who are already not ready to pay. We send them back. And probably through the process of they want to verify, or probably their children want to go to school, they are being forced to come back and they want to pay. An issue occurred. A taxpayer paid, not when the receipt comes out, it carries out the association. And we have to now use our barrel to write the name on top to identify that person. The school sends the person back. It's actually one out of many. Send the person back. I have to okay, I put my number at the back, tell the person to call me so that I can verify that you paid on this amount. And it is your money. It's actually for you. The school representative, whoever, called me and did not accept. The taxpayer called ABC. ABC spoke to them in the school and still no. The taxpayer had to come back to come and make another payment on self-assessment so that he can carry out the name.
Thank you. I understand your question. Before I answer it, I want to know your agency. Where you call it?
LRS.
Informal sector?
Informal sector, yes.
Which one in particular?
The Odo military station.
Odo, we have it there. Now, look at what happens. This is what happens. You know, I told you we introduced this system to address some of these challenges. Ideally, when you pay in informal sector, some of them belong to an association. When they want to pay, they don't pay by themselves, they pay through this association, because that's the way you can talk to them better. So going after one individual, you just call the association, they will get the money for you. You talk to them better that way. That's the essence of the association. And when they want to pay in the name of the association, that means 10 persons, for example, can contribute 100,000 to pay in the name of the association. The moment you do that, you now apply, you send manifest of those people that contributed that 100,000, attach the receipts for certificates of payment. That is what they do at their end. The bank is expected to do that as well. Because they will tell you don't have the time to actually they can print it themselves, even without applying. It's there on the website, you can print certificate of payment. What they needed at that time was certificate of payment. I don't know if you are aware. So why didn't you apply for certificate of payment for that person?
Time constraint. The tax payer said, I want to pay. They went to the bank and don't pay. Already we have a.
Let me confirm. As an agency, can they print certificate of payment? Yes. You can print that from the website. But for you to do that, you have to submit manifest of the contribution. That is how it is done on the website. You can apply for the certificate of the payment on the website and submit manifest. You have to attach the manifest of the payment. That means that manifest must match the total amount of your collection. If you submit a manifest that is below the amount, if you accept, if you submit a manifest that is above, it will bounce all of them back. So at that point, what you needed was to apply for certificate of payment. If it's taking too much time, you can call any of us. You can call me in particular. We'll make it happen almost immediately. Okay? What you needed at that time was certificate of payment for the payer. She didn't have to make another payment. I thought we said that's the last one.
No, it's something that you said now that generated what.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead, please. Go ahead.
Okay. I work in closing tax. You said something about you can send manifest on the website to bring certificate of payment. We get a lot of requests for certificates of payment from our unit because you know that now most people pay withholding tax because they know they can get tax credits with the certificate of payment. And most people go to the bank will print the receipts, but they will not print the certificate of payment. So we are always coming to us to apply for certificates of payment, which we end up having to physically come here. Now, if you say we can do that, that means, is it possible for us to do that for them on the website? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. For certificate of payments, what we're anticipating here is that the company must have paid on behalf of some people, the beneficiaries. Now there are issues here. The company could have paid, and they receive a receipt for that payment, but they have failed to submit the list of the beneficiaries. So at that point, you cannot even print a certificate of payment for those beneficiaries. So there's what we call the secondary data that must accompany all payments. And when once that secondary data is available, it is uploaded into the system because the companies and the banks have been given a format in which it should appear. So the banks can upload it, the companies can upload it, and when once it is uploaded and it's in the system, you can print a certificate of payment in your office, or you can just put a comment close and it will print it. So the most important thing is that data must be in the system to know who you are printing certificate for.
The question, can she operate it and upload it?
Yes, you can. If you have the right format, you can upload it.
What right format?
Yes, the system will not just okay, we can take you through that. Or you can also post them individually on the website. So if that becomes what you need to do, we'll take you through that and it can be done. It's a simple process.
Sorry, is Fran doing that or you? Taking them through. See, the point is.
Are we doing that?
No. Do you want it now or you want it later? Okay, good. Yeah, it's good to give them.
I think there are a few of them, Madam and herself. You can meet us after the whole session.
Yeah.
We'll take you through it on a smaller system. Okay?
Any other question?
So that you can be attending to such requests.
Any other question, please?
It's okay, let's.
Thank you very much, and I want to believe that we now understand what the prepayment collection is all about. It has helped us to address some of the issues that we have identified here: ease of payments, attending to remote payers, and allowing you agency to function as e-service points. I want to thank you for listening and say God bless you.
Thank you, Mr. Frank, the new department in Alphabeta Consulting, and she'll be taking us through EBS Manager. I know some people are much more interested in that. It's all about reporting and how to generate manifest. Can we appreciate her, please?
Good afternoon, everybody. You are welcome once again. I'm Ms. Adeyemi. I'm to take you through the EBS Manager. As we all know that all payments are being made at the bank, both for individual and corporate. We have two types of EBS Manager: the online EBS Manager and the desktop version. The online is being applicable to the agency, while the desktop for the ABC staff. They are all the same. The address in which to log into EBS Manager, the web version is www.LASG. Sorry, the text is on page 86. www.LASG-ebs-managerweb/index.asp. As you can see, once you click in on those the EBS address, a menu will be where you input your pay ID. I believe everybody has pay ID. Let me put mine. My password, which is personal to me. Then my email address. Then you select the state, Lagos State. Then the user group. I'm from ABC, then your own will be agency. Then if you are to work on this, you put your agency code. Mine is 39014, service code. Then you log in. At this point, it will tell you log in successfully. At the left-hand side, you see so many menus like transaction, maintain, report, inquiry, and system. For the purpose of this training, the workshop,